Hey, everybody, let's get in the fourth part of third day. We are ever over here to talk on gratitude. Somehow we are talking gratitude, or we are suddenly, we're diverting towards somewhere. So that's really awful and terrible. But it is we don't care about all, all these kinds of things. We'll somewhat we divert towards somewhere. Somehow we'll still talk on each and everything. That is the purpose, and that is our strategy. We can even make uh, videos through this strategy. So that's it. We can say whatever we like to say, and that's the vision of that is not our vision, man. We actually we like to have an eloquent that level of English fluency. So that's why we are over here. So we're actually improving it. So over time it will improve. We believe in ourselves and we have to. So if you are ready to hard work and struggle and sacrifice a lot of things in your, and if you like to invest this precious time within you, in that case you will learn, man, and you deserve. So you see that doesn't deserve, but you deserve. You're actually hardworking and you have to. So you have to cooperate with yourself, with your passion, your hard work, your what, your career, your purpose, objective. Only in that case, you feel like I feel. I feel I'm actually in the right path, and I have to keep going. So if I able to keep going ahead towards positivity, towards something like that, in that case, I would feel like I'm really in a I'm actually in the track, and I have to be. So that is, I don't feel it is like same or anything like that, because if you come to feel in that way, you fail, man. So it is so this is not the purpose of my video, posting the videos over here, so but sometimes we don't have sophisticated way to experience, to share our views and opinions, but always we don't need that level of refined way or anything like that to experience that level of just, you can say that simply, and you have to say, don't ever think, man, like if you are a suspectable person, in that case who care about your feelings and emotions, man, so nobody will like to care about you, and even they won't. So it is always better to uh what to care about that, not to care about that kind of circumstances or anything like that, you know even you can able to discern that level of thing if you have, and you can just simply say that you're actually working, and even that is seems really wide, your journey is somehow it can be wide, or unusual. So but you have to hard work for your passion, your career. Only in that case you will get all these things in your life, otherwise you'll fail, man. So that's why what do you have to do in what would you like to do in your life, that is already written, that you have to hard work, you have to sacrifice a lot of things. Only in that case you can get success in life, otherwise nothing gonna change, man. So that's why the ultimate truth of your life is hard work, sacrifice, struggle. So that's it. And sometimes you can able to fathom all these things in life, but even in that case you have to work for your convenient. You don't need to work for your convenient what part or anything like that. Somehow you are working for it, but most of the time you think how it is really tedious and hideous. I don't feel like going ahead or towards positivity. So you can able to appeal all these things ahead of yourself. So in that case you feel stuck, and you wouldn't like to go and move ahead anymore. So that's why you fell. So what we have to do in that case, we don't have to be really envious towards someone's journey. They're struggling and really what appreciating journey. Let them work, man. They deserve and they have to. We have to wish for their prosperous and successful journey. So that's why we're actually over here. Even we have to get that level of success, and that kind of uh we don't like to be that kind of person, nasty person. Sometimes might be, but what we mustn't have to care about that kind of grief. Even sometimes that somehow you are working on grief, and you are actually hiding it what inside yourself. But you don't have to care about all these kinds of griefs. You have to learn. You have learn to keep learning something from your grief, man. Grief is all about learning the ultimate truth of life. So if you can ever uh, to manipulate, dominating other people is really awful and terrible, man. So that's why we mustn't have to engage all these kinds of things. Even you might have engaged somewhere, but we don't think that we mustn't have to engage in anything. So manipulating other people is really also how it is like we can't even think. It's really uh, I can say, man. So that word is not coming from my mouth, my mind. So that is really terrible, and that is out of your imagination. So you have to maneuver. So if you can maneuver towards positivity or something like that, in that case you can even able to compose uh, on what positivity to move towards positivity or something like that. And you have to be, if you can able, even if you are not ready to hard work on your passions or anything like that, in that case you're fine, man. So that's why we don't have to work for our precise activities or anything like that. If we don't have to search all these kinds of precise environment or anything like that, even a lot of people are offending you ahead of you, and let them often, man. If you are not, if you are a scap, you get person. In that case, if other people are blaming you, let them blame, man. They won't get anything from after contempting you or anything like that. But we are over here to hard work on patience or anything like that. So if the people would like to hate you, and they don't have these kinds of passions or empathy, sympathy, or compassionate towards you and love towards you, in that case let them have, man. We don't care about that kind of label. We are over here to hard work and patience or conditions. So if our conditions really miserably small are really like how devastating, a lot of kind of issues and problems are over ahead. So in that case, even that we will walk over the sky, just like we'll fly over the sky. We have to be so struggling, so like we have to sacrifice. So only in that case we can able to get all these things in life. Otherwise we'll just pretend ahead of other people, and like we don't need to pretend ahead of other people. We just have to hide all this, like your struggle, your that level of consistency, persistency, or struggling mentality with that level of discipline or other ahead of other people. And just have to hard work on your passions. Only in that case you can able to get all this in your life. So otherwise you can't able. If you come to share your uh, purpose, your views, opinions, or your perspectives, or your life of your purpose of your life, motive of your journey, or anything like that, in that case you'll fail, man. Otherwise you can have, if you come to keep it secret, so in that case you can able. So you have to get, man, because you deserve. So that is so we have to always go, everyone have to go through this path. I recommend you guys along the struggle. If you can struggle, in that case you fail, man. So that will be the last point of what. So it is not better to have that level of persistency or consistency on our work. So that's it. So that we have to be so purposeful. So if we can become that level, that kind of person or anything like that, in that case we'll deserve, and we will get all these things in life. So that's why I only want to say one thing, that never ever feel like you are not doing anything in their life. Even if you are feeling just you have to wander somewhere outside, and then just do meditation in the proper environment, and just don't even imagine. You have to practically, you have to make your life really pragmatic. So if you can go through this pragmatic way, and that because no one able to get that level of man. But you have to manage any each and every kind of person. If you can be able to become, if you can handle it's an everyone's marriage, and that case you people will come to say you and recognize you and consider you as like how diplomatic person is. And you have to, man, you have to be. If you are assertive person, and you can even work as a diplomatic person, in that case you are actually in the right path, man. So some how we are actually living, and we are actually respecting other people, but we are over expecting other people, and we are keeping every other people. So respecting other people is enough, but we mustn't have to keep anyone over our shoulders, over our head or anything like that, our expectation. But we don't have to keep, we have to treat, we must have to respect other people, but we don't need to think that other people are just ahead of us. We have to balance all this. In that case we can get